Warning, censorship. Warning, censorship.
Right now we're in the middle of the service. Okay. So if you were to wait about half an hour, 45 minutes, then you can go in. But right now you'd be breaking Act 176. Act 176. It's right here if you'd like to read it.
In terms of the charges, the contempt charge was dropped against me. I still have a number of fines outstanding. But then last evening, actually, we were just finishing dinner outside with the kids, and the police came by. They found me and served me again that injunction, and put me on notice that I could be arrested if I was part of a gathering or organized another gathering that violated health orders. AHS has tweeted publicly saying it's still that Just Center is wrong, that it applies to me and to others.
I couldn't think of a better person to give a brand new motorcycle to than Pastor Tim. And he's, his family sacrificed, he sacrificed for this church, for this congregation. And we are truly a family.
And sir, was the injunction against the church or against Pastor Tim? Do you know?
I haven't seen it, so no, I don't.
Okay. Adam Soos for Rebel News here outside of the church of Pastor Tim Stevens. Charges were dropped against Pastor Tim Stevens by Alberta Health Services last week, but he was once again served with an injunction last night threatening his worship. Once again, in defiance of these orders and in obedience to God, Pastor Tim Stevens has decided to gather for worship. We noticed a number of police vehicles, whether it be helicopters or potentially even police airplanes overhead, and some cars driving by, but we thought that worship would be allowed to proceed. Unfortunately, a representative from Alberta Health Services and 2 police officers did attempt to enter the church. 2 members from the church did not allow them access for the time being. They asked that they come back after worship had concluded. So police are now parked across the street and waiting. We can't keep an eye right now on the Alberta Health Services representative. We're not sure where he's gone to, but I'm sure he's not too far. Worship is wrapping up and people are starting to clear out. We're going to remain on the scene as the story develops.
Right now we're in the middle of the service. Okay. So if you were to wait about half an hour, 45 minutes, then you can go in. But right now you'd be breaking Act 176. Act 176. It's right here if you'd like to read it.
I can read it out for you guys if you like.
So under public health act, we are able to enter any public facility.
So I do understand that, but it says right here, disturbing religious worship or certain meetings. Everyone who willfully disturbs or interrupts an assemblage of persons met for religious worship or for moral, social, or benevolent purpose is guilty of an offense punishable in summary conviction.
Right, currently, so you don't want us to go and you're refusing us access into the facility, but you are allowing us into the facility after the Mass is complete. Is that correct?
Is it okay if I ask why you would like to go in the facility?
Currently, right now, for the church, there is a closure order.
Okay.
And so you're not allowed to have any Mass.
Okay.
That's specific to your church here.
Okay.
And so because of that, you shouldn't be having any service right now.
Okay, so basically, we're not going to allow you to come in today because you've already been in here. You have videos and footage of everything that's inside here. So nothing's changed. Everything's the exact same. So we've talked to Tim, and that's what he said. He said, "Do you guys know nothing's changed in there at all? Like we're still meeting downstairs, upstairs, everywhere, and so there's no point for you to come."
But we will, if you want to come in and take pictures after
Everyone's gone.
Kind of says, where it says everyone who or near a meeting referred to in subsection 2 willfully does anything that disturbs the order or solemnity of the meeting is guilty of an offense punishable in summary conviction. And so, we get it's interesting right now, right? Like we get that you guys have a job to do and there's kind of maybe conflicting rules going on, and we understand there's a bit of a tension there. And so we're kind of suggesting maybe the best way would be at the end of the service, because I guess you guys might understand, during the service, while the service is ongoing, that is a solemn occasion. That is solemn for the people inside. And that's why it's like, I think we would like to show you guys around maybe after, but...
Is Pastor Tim currently in the church right now?
Yes.
To talk with them?
No, you can't. You have to talk.
We can.
After
We can tell him. We can bring him out after.
Oh, is he currently doing the service
Yeah. So
right now?
he's currently officiating a service right now. So I'm sure he'll be more than willing to chat with you.
Okay.
But that's all that's all we're saying here, right? It's after the service. I think it's better for everyone, right?
Okay.
It's just maybe during the service, it is a very solemn occasion, and it's, what we do really believe Jesus is real, and we're here to worship Jesus. It's a great occasion, actually. It's we're coming together as a family of believers, and it is like a family in there. I can tell you, it's like a family. So.
Okay.
I think while we're worshiping God, that is a very solemn occasion, and that's a duty of everyone who is in there to worship God. That's why they've come. But when they're done,
Give me a few minutes. I just need to make a few calls.
Yeah,
And then-
absolutely.
Is that
Totally.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
In terms of the charges, the contempt charge was dropped against me. I still have a number of fines outstanding. But then last evening, actually, we were just finishing dinner outside with the kids, and the police came by. They found me and served me again that injunction, and put me on notice that I could be arrested if I was part of a gathering or organized another gathering that violated health orders.
So have they amended anything, or is it the same May 6th order that the Justice Center just said does not apply to Albertans at large?
Well, it's that May 6th order with the amendment from May 13th. And while the Justice Center is saying it does not apply to me, AHS has tweeted publicly saying that Justice Center is wrong, that it applies to me and to others who would organize gatherings, and they say they will enforce it.
So there was a bit of a police presence today. Alberta Health Services was here today. A couple of young, brave gentlemen told them they could come back after worship if they were so inclined. Maybe tell us about the worship experience today.
Well, the worship was great today. People, their heart was to serve God and to worship with Him. And I told our people before we started worshiping, we're not here to make a statement. We're not here to be a show. We're here to worship the risen Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, who has purchased us with His own blood. And so we did that. It was an encouragement to us. I'm sure it was pleasing to God. And it's been a great day and a great time since then as we continue to fellowship together.
What is going on here? Do we have some good news?
We have a very generous member of our congregation. So I don't know what to say.
What'd you get?
You can look. I'm speechless.
I didn't want it to be public, but it ended up being public with all the media here. But his sermon today said, basically it was in Romans 12, for people to be generous that have been given much. And so I've been blessed with a lot in life. I've worked very hard. Everything that I have is been blessed to me, so with some hard work. So I bless Pastor Tim because he's given up so much to be a pastor of a church. And he loves motorcycling. I know that because I've lent him a couple of rides on a bike. I couldn't think of a better person to give a brand new motorcycle to than Pastor Tim. And he's, his family sacrificed, he sacrificed for this church, for this congregation. And we are truly a family. That's what his sermon talked about this day, where it's not just about doing church on Zoom. It's about us getting together as a family to celebrate, to go through hardships with one another, to support one another. And you can't do that virtually. So that's just what I wanted to honor him with today.
There was a heavy police presence, as we mentioned here, and about 20-30 minutes ago, they suddenly dispersed. And interestingly enough, a few moments later, I received notification that Pastor Artur Pawlowski was preaching downtown. So this may just be a theory for the time being, but we're going to see if we can confirm that the same officers relocated to that call. Again, since the announcement that Pastor Artur was preaching downtown, there has been no police presence here. Worship is wrapping up, and Tim Stevens will be heading home soon. We're going to continue to bring you any sort of developments as they arise. Thanks for tuning in. For Rebel News, I'm Adam Soos. Hey everyone, Adam here with Rebel News, and it's so important that you go to rebelnews.com. We're the only ones telling the other side of the story. We don't want you to miss a thing. So go to rebelnews.com now before it's too late.